And then a European takes their place. Why? Because the Euro player can run, he can defend. Well, I've been at European camps. It's a world of difference. Parents wait in line 6, 7, 8, 9 hours to get their kid, and they sleep overnight to get kids in the camps. And when the kids come in, parents are not allowed. Parents go home, and the kids are worked 10 hours, and it is no games. And they are glad to be there. They go home, they come back. That's for a whole week. The very last day they play a game. That's the way it's done, and that's why we are getting beaten. That's why we're getting beaten. Spain and everywhere else, we're getting beaten. Think about this. Brandon Jennings, you don't know who he is. Very good player. Went to Europe, couldn't get off the bench. Couldn't get off the bench. Like our boy over there now with Minnesota. What's my boy's name? Ricky Rubio. Couldn't get off the bench. Horrible numbers. Jennings couldn't get off the bench in Europe. Very next year, almost NBA Rookie of the Year. Should have been. Difference in style, difference in talent, difference in game. This NBA game's up and down, no fundamentals needed. I mean, all you got to do is watch that Dwayne Wade play in Game 5 where he took 9 steps before he put the ball down and Van Gundy's laughing. He's like, look at this. Wow, he switched pivot feet 3 times. I mean, how is it possible for someone to go like this? I can't even do that. I would just drop the ball and say, well, I mean, I traveled. But there's a switch. I mean, I just don't know how it's done. So again, my advice to you, send your kids to camps. NCAA certified camps. There's only 2 weeks a year that you can do it, where they can be seen by college coaches. That's where they get seen. College coaches. Okay. Limit the travel. Limit the expenses on going to all these tournaments. Save some money. Get a private trainer. Get someone to work them out. Have them go and get legitimate basketball fundamental skill training versus traveling around the world playing 300 games and they're just going to make money. Okay, my advice. Traveling all over the country and playing all these games is a waste. Now, if they're traveling with their high school team, that's good because they're preparing for the high school season. But traveling on these all-star teams and just your parents are spending $2,000, $3,000 to go out there and play in front of nobody. Just to play, in my opinion, unless you have the money, just to play. And all the college coaches agree. The college coaches want the spring evaluation back. They want to limit the summer. They don't care as much about the summer. There's too many games. Too many games. I'll provide you articles where NCAA coaches are saying, I don't want to see a kid play in late July because he's burned out. He's horrible. Play 300 games in a month. I want to see him early before he gets burned out. I want to see him in April. Because by the time July hits, he's done. And you can see the kids play. It's just all over. So these are some of the bits of advice I would like to give you. My emphasis again, it starts and ends with you. You're the parent. Nobody cares more about your kid than you. Don't believe that a coach cares as much as you. Nobody cares as much about your kid as you. But coaches, I'm not saying, please understand this, I'm not saying all coaches are bad. But there are a lot of coaches out there that want to use your kid to elevate their own status. Don't let it happen. You do the homework. You look at the NCAA rules. You make sure he doesn't get extra benefits because it won't get caught and your son will be ineligible. Don't get caught playing for the wrong guy. Don't get caught. There's kids in Vegas. How many of you have been to Vegas? Okay, you're not, wait till your kids get older. They're all going to be asked to go to Vegas. Wow, that is brutal. I walk the streets of Vegas and there's kids just running all over the city. I mean, unsupervised, just roaming the city. In Vegas, you know, maybe Boise, that'd be okay. But you got kids roaming in Vegas, these guys handing them cards in the street. And these kids are like, whoa, wow, check that out. Oh, can I go? Oh yeah, 9 in a bottle. Let's go. You know, and it's just like, these kids are roaming the streets. You know, what is the point? Okay, so again, you know, be very careful. And I'm going to continually talk all week about it. And I said, I know a lot of you won't like me, won't like the way I approach things, won't think this or that. But my only objective, honestly, is to inform the kids, to try to beat them to the past, to try to tell them this will be happening to you. Be prepared. Because when it happens, you need to make sure you don't get it. Okay? That's going to be my objective. Now, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer any of those. I know some of you are sitting here in the sun like me and saying, let's just get out of here. You don't have to be here. You can leave if you want. But I'm here to answer any questions you might have with regards to your son's recruitment or the secrets they're going to have. The NCAA is going to change a lot of things. So be on the lookout for that. They're going to change the times and dates that they can be seen, and they're going to change some of the restrictions that the coaches have. Okay. Coaches cannot, kids cannot talk to coaches during these events. Don't let it happen. Okay. There's just a lot of little things like that that I want you to be aware of. That's why that website they're going to give me, I'm going to put a lot of things on there, everything I hear, I'm going to put on there, and then you'll be able to catch on and say, okay, so that's happening now. There's a link, let me click on that, and then it's just going to be a lot of information for you to help you raise your son in the basketball world. Does anybody have any questions?
What was the website again?
CoachDaveTaylor.com. Real simple. Yeah. My name, it'll be up and running probably in 3 or 4 months. But then again, if you have a question, you can go right on there and say, this happened to my son, what do you think? And I'll let you know what I think. Hopefully within a couple days.
You good?
Yes. Yes, the evaluation will begin at the end of camp, right when they get dismissed. At the end of camp, we'll have 3 o'clock, we'll wrap everything up, we'll announce the All-Stars, which is the worst part of camp for me. Because like I said, I hate it because they're all All-Stars, they're all very good, and we single out some, and some kids walking out here disappointed, just, twisting my stomach around. But I will tell you this, it'll be the best thing for most of these kids. Okay. So we'll wrap it up, we'll announce the All-Stars, and then at 3 o'clock camp is dismissed, they will get their evaluation. If you have a question with the evaluation, my advice to you again is just say to your son, hey, do you think that you can't shoot? And he says, no. I say, well, he did. So prove him wrong. Take more shots, get better. Maybe you had a bad 3 days. Oh well, doesn't mean, I told that kid, it doesn't mean that's the player you are. In 3 days you might have been sick, who knows? We don't know. You might have been sick those 3 days. You might be coming off an ankle injury. Maybe that's why you're slow. Maybe you broke your left hand and just got the cast off and you can't go left for some reason. Those things we don't know. We're just going to say what we saw and let the chips fall where they may. I hope they get angered and motivated by it. That's my hope. I want them to be motivated. I don't want them to see X, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. Look at this. I don't have to work. I'm already great. I don't want that. So again, that's one of our perspectives. But you need to, any questions you have with regards to anything, we're going to be providing a SportsWorks workshop tomorrow where it's going to talk about these kind of education.